Phil, how much do you track the Timberwolves, especially with Kurt over there?
A lot.
You guys talk quite a bit?
We text more than we talk.
How do you think he's doing in his first season?
Well, I don't think it's about he. I think it's about the team. They're really struggling right now, and they're having, part of the season where all you're playing for is respect or pride or whatever personally you can get going and for your team. And there's no place to go, no playoffs to make, so it's tough to grind it out.
Do you sympathize with what he's going through?
Sure.
Just to talk a little bit about Kurt, what kind of adjustment is that for a coach to have to go from years of winning to a losing situation?
Well, it's Coach had a real good mindset towards that, and he always has. I mean, he went to a expansion team after playing with the Lakers. That expansion team did pretty well. They won 20-some games, I think, Charlotte in that first season. And he ended up, being on a Sacramento team that, had some issues later on in his career before, finally getting into assistant coaching and ending up with Phoenix at the end of his career. But having been there myself and a team that, as assistant coach and a team that lost 15 in a row, you see the heads drop and, issues start with individual players and, things happening where, it becomes excuses after excuses because losing is very hard to do in this game, particularly when everything is, generated out of winning. So, it's got to be about individual things like one quarter time play. It's got to be about, let's find a way to have fun in the practice so it doesn't become drudgery. Every day becomes an issue.
As far as Kurt taking that position, what do you think's been the biggest adjustment from this team, just dealing with his absence this season?
Well, basically, Kurt was, kind of coordinating our defense last year, and I think that's probably been one of the hardest parts is, dealing with a team that defensively has got their difficulties. They're maybe behind Golden State and Phoenix and some teams defensively, and I know that's where he takes a lot of pride in coaching. So I think that's been a real hard part of it. And the other part is, I think every time I listen to it, some commentators making some comment about the triangle offense, which is difficult to coach or difficult to play or something, which it really isn't. I mean, there's a number of other offenses that are difficult, but it seems to be like a weight for them to have to carry.